Despacito,
Me están
despacito.
pidiendo un imposible de hablar
I am
despacio.
very nervous. I am very nervous because I don't know how to speak slowly. I'll do my very best. Hi, my name is Lou. I'm a compulsive reader. I'm bulimic, but I'm recovered and abstinent. And I know without any uncertainty that I select 3 meals a day from the GreySheet. I don't eat in between meals, just abstinent drinks. My abstinence and my recovery, my conscious contact with God is the most important thing today. Oh, wow, I am speaking so slowly. I'm impressed with myself. I am so grateful to be here. Right, I feel a little bit unworthy, but I'll trust my higher power. I've told Diana, no, I don't want to share. And then I said, only the old timers. And I said, well, you told me, you included me here anyway. I want to give thanks because when I was eating compulsively, destroying my body and destroying my soul, destroying my heart, completely dishonest, selfish, and self-centered and resentful, all kinds of fears. All of you were working, all of you old-timers were defending our food plan. And I really honor because you were paving the road for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really mean it. I think I was born with my brain off. If, everybody else has a little light. No, I'm not. My brain is not very well structured. I was always obese, always obese. The way of showing love in my family was through food. And it was not until I was 22 years old when I started dieting. And I'm not going to be everything that I told because 12 minutes is not enough to tell you everything that I tried. But in that time, I was obsessed with being skinny. I really touched the gates of insanity and death. From being 160 kilos, 324 pounds, I lost half of my weight with amphetamines and I became a bulimic. I provoked my own vomit once a month, then every day. I went to the psychiatric hospital 3 times because of my amphetamine intake. And one of those times, I learned about Overeaters Anonymous. I liked the understanding, but I couldn't surrender really. And many years went by, many bottoms, so that I could really recognize the exact nature of my disease. Many years of pain, many years of self-destruction. That's what I was left with. And now that I was listening to my fellow GreySheeter, when I needed was asked to have the dignity of choice. But guess what? If I choose, I lose the dignity. So I don't have dignity of choice because if I choose, I lose my dignity. So I kept eating starches and flour and sugars, even if they were artificial or imitation or substitutes. When I saw those ingredients, my brain said, oh, be my guest, eat all of this. And that's what I did. I kept binging. My mind was not clear. Everything that we have lived, and that's what I was that. In 2018, when I thought what I was going to be obese the rest of my life, that God had given me the wish of being in a slender body type for a little bit, I became resigned. I'm going to be obese the rest of my life. In 2018, I came to another fellowship when I read the doctor's opinion, and I understood the notion of entire abstinence. And from that very day, through the grace of God, I didn't eat sugar and flour. And I have never eaten in the middle of the night to binge. In that time, in that period, I understood through a doctor's opinion, my disease. That's the way I was born. And I had a surrender, a miraculous surrender because of what I ate. Well, some people are born blind. I was born with this addiction. That's okay. It is a gift. It's a gift. I'm grateful. God gave me this thing. I have come to understand my recovery is in community. Right now, I don't even have words to describe how everything you're listening to me.
Porque no lo proceso todavía.
Because I'm still digesting the experience. What happened to me is that here was the best way to be. When people started leaving away from the OA that I knew, well, to GreySheet, I said, well, I don't know why, but if the old-timers are fleeing to GSA, I'll go with them. I didn't understand why. I said, no, I'll stick to the winners. But I was still in doubt because I was not really suffering. So my abstinence here is March the 13th, 2023. I'm a year old and I feel like an old timer. I feel like a long timer because I have a year. Something happened to me in my life that changed completely and the sense of recovery. My mom died during COVID, during the pandemic. I live in Mexico and she lived in Los Angeles. I had to leave everything so that I could go and take care of her. It was a very difficult relationship that I had with my mom. She was absent most of my life. And my daughter that was absent as well. All of us, both of us were sick emotionally. And that was the biggest show of love, is to leave everything and go and take care of her in Los Angeles. And guess who was with me, even more than my own family, was with my GreySheet siblings. There were people that would say, I'll come with you. Do you want me to go to LA? I'll keep you company in a different country, in a different culture. I couldn't understand everything. My English was like this thing, and I still managed. I even have fights. I advocated for my mom in English. Don't ask me how I did it.
Y los que estuvieron ahí conmigo fue mi comunidad de comedores compulsivos.
And who was here with me? My community. And I don't have words to repay that. That to me has been the biggest experience of love that my siblings in GreySheet has seen. And I understand now that that needed to happen so that I could really have an experience of love. Because I would say, you really, really love me until I learn how to love myself. And this community has given me everything. I didn't eat. I weigh and measure my food. Even though I was still learning, I was not reporting every single day. I was learning. I lived my grief and my sorrow and my loss without eating compulsively. And I felt at peace because I did what was needed to be done as a daughter. And today, I feel happy. I feel good. After my mom passed, I said, I am going to travel. And I'm going to visit every single GreySheeter that invites me. And if they don't invite me, I'll just show up. That's my purpose in life. I go to the retreats. I go to conventions. All my vacations are GreySheet. In summertime, I'll go to Europe. I'll visit Anne in France. I need my community wherever I go, without exception, no matter what, with grief, with loss, with whatever. I love my siblings in GreySheet. I'm growing with them. living everything with them. Difficult moments. In one of my retreats, I got sick, and Diana from Bogota, she would prepare my meals, she pampered me. I was in the retreat, and she was with me, being my nurse. I met people from all over, people that speak another language, live the same. Sometimes I feel so lazy and I don't want to wait. And I said, oh, there are people that are 30 years abstinent. Wake up, weigh your food. I'm telling you, I can even say, yeah, all of us are the same. There's no hierarchy. All of us are sick. Everybody has the same addiction. But my respect for the old timers. If it comes from a vein, if it comes from an old timer, I'll pay attention and I'll listen. Why? Because you have the experience. Because you have walked the walk. While I was still eating, you were implementing the GreySheet solution and the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. You were surrendered already. You understood, and I was destroying myself. How in the world am I not going to respect my old timers? And everybody else, the first one who's counting days. Thank you, Yami. Yes, but that experience, that's the one that fills me up. And I want to thank you. Everything that you give me, even if I don't know you, I'm here. I'll be with you because the service frees me from the slavery. There is a part in the big book that says we are hundreds who have recovered. It doesn't say the ones who are going to recover in the future. We have recovered. And now this is the promise that is being fulfilled in my life, and it's been fulfilled in me. I believe that, and I am very grateful for that. Thank you so much for being here. I want to cry, but I'm not going to waste my seconds by crying.
De verdad. Gracias por todo. Felices 24 horas.